Welcome to 12 Mile Creek family. We live off-grid in northwest Montana. We have goats, horses, dogs, and cats, along with a few other critters. I pray that our videos will be a blessing to you as you watch them. Thank you so much for tuning in. Enjoy. Hi, welcome to 12 Mile Creek family. We got a really nice fresh layer of snow this morning, so I thought, well, hi there ladies. So I thought it'd be a great time to take you out and show you how we live, and how the solar works, where we live, all that fun stuff. We had rain all day yesterday. We had a lot of mud. So it's nice to have a fresh layer of snow so that all that mud is covered and makes for some nice filming. All that right there that you hear is Sage and Cooper are having a fun time playing. Sage should be bred and should be having puppies here in a couple months. This is December 26th, 2025. Yesterday was Christmas and it rained all day like I mentioned. So, all right, let's get started. First off, we have the ladies here. There is, Jelly and, nope, there's Jelly. There's Trixie girl. They live here in this building. This is their little run. Let me turn the camera around. And so, there's our house, our tiny little cabin. So you come out of the cabin, here's our mini barn with some shop and stuff and four-wheeler parked out of the snow. Here's where the goats live. They have the run in and outside. There's my LQ horse trailer that I use to take endurance riding. It's very spoiled to have that. Here's my old horse trailer that I used to use for endurance riding and hauling the horses around. Now I use it as my tack shop. Here's our garden. And back there to the house. Go out that lane. We got our sledding hill. It's a really good sledding hill right over here. Let me show you. So right there is our good old sledding hill. I know it's hard to see elevation in the camera, but come sailing down there. And here's where the horses, part of the horse pasture, they're on the other side of the creek. But the creek's pretty high, so they're not crossing it and coming over here. They hang out on that side. Once again, there's our house. We're going to be getting a double wide, yippee, here in about 4 weeks. There's the goats. That dark building there is our bathhouse. There's the toilet, shower, washer, dryer, sink, kind of pantry combo. We have a on-demand hot water heater in there. Our running water comes from up there. That black plastic thing you see is nothing. It's just sitting there. But right up there on the top is our spring. There is a spring, and then so we have a pipe coming all down that hill. It goes underground and it gets back to our house. So we have gravity-fed water running water. Oh, and there's our hay storage, and I will come back around that way. But for right now, we're going to head down this hill towards the creek. Okay, so here we are. There's Bucky. There's our creek. Some electric wires that we have running across here to the other side. There is Weston's old tree house. Get my camera back out. We built that first time we lived here, and I'll go into that story a little later, so stay tuned. So here's our hill. Go down. Here's our walk bridge. 2 logs. Back in 2020, about then, there was 2 trees there, and Cornel cut them down. They came sailing across the creek. Watch out, Sage, I need through. Okay, Buck. And we put some boards on here, and now we have our walk bridge. Yes, the creek is high. Yeah, we've had a lot of rain, a lot of snow. It's gone down a lot actually, which is delightful. Right there's a little mini barn. That is where Brianna sleeps. That's Brianna's dry cabin. She has a propane heater in there, no wood stove. So it's a vented heater. You can see the vent coming out there. There is our scooters that are, one's broken. So anyways, here's the original powerhouse. There's the solar panels there on top. They're covered in snow right now because, like I said, it's been snowing all day. So let's go inside and I'll show you what's in there. Okay, this is an original building that was here when we bought the property back in 2018. And here's the original inverter. There's some of the stuff coming in. And there's some batteries. So this powers the little cabin on this side where Virginia and Isaac are at. And I need to turn it off because they're not home. So I might as well turn it off and save the power. That works. Okay, back outside. So right there is Virginia and Isaac's cabin. This is the original cabin. Try to remember to link in the comments below a little video we did of when we put the kitchen in there. We've added on the front just a couple months ago. So it's a lot bigger and more rough than what it was. As you can see, they live right next to the creek, which is just, we stayed in there our first summer when we bought the property. Let's go around the house, show you where Jared is. So right there is where Brisket the cow is. We've had him, well, we had his mother was our milk cow originally. He's about a year and a half going on 2. Right here is where Jared stays. It is a dry cabin with a propane heater. And then here's back to Virginia and Isaac's cabin. Virginia and Isaac's cabin is also a dry cabin. We have a sink in there, and in the summertime they did have running water. There was a tank that has been taken down. It was up right up there, so it just ran in for her. But now that it's cold, it of course would freeze. So we're actually working on getting a bathroom and water and everything in there for them now, but at least they have a drain. And yes, they do have to use the porta potty. Now over here is where the horses are hanging out now. Let me show you. Of course, you've seen them already. If you've seen any of my videos, you will see a horse or a dog, probably in every single one. There. They have the creek. Their pen goes back up in there. And then, of course, on the other side of the creek, too. This is Comanche. He's a 3.5-year-old. Get your nose out of the camera, Comanche. There's Dixon. He's about 19 years old. And then Legends, my chestnut. Gelding, he's around 13. And there is Cop hiding on the other side. And he's about 17, 18. So that's the horsies for now. So now I'm going to head back over to the other side of the creek and I'm just kind of making a round here for you so you can kind of see a little bit. Hopefully it's not too confusing, but it's just really nice. In fact, I think it's about 33 degrees right now, and feels like it's gonna rain again. So hey, Brisket. So once again, there's our cabin on the other side of the creek there. There's Brianna's little cabin, dry cabin, powerhouse, tree house. Let's go over here. There is the chicken house. There's a gazebo. That gazebo was there And mixing right now. Whoops, watch out for the puddle. Right now we use it for storage. Someday we might do something with it. So there's the gazebo again. Keep walking over this direction. There's our bridge. A lot of happy memories on that bridge. Good place to go for a walk across the bridge. Here's the bridge. Creek. Wow. Side. Cross this every day to get anywhere, so thankfully it didn't wash out on us. Come across the creek and I'll show you what's next. Okay, so now we're across the creek. We're going to go up to the right. That there is our personal power source. That we upgraded that just this summer. Got new batteries, new solars. We got 9 panels there on the side, as you see. The sun doesn't land on. The snow does not cover it up on the top. We have another 9 where the snow does cover up, but at least we have half of them always visible to the sun. Here is our garden again, and sage, and our little house. So, yes, we have the generator to help charge the batteries because we get a lot of cloudy days and snow. This year we've had a lot of rain. The other side we have a propane generator that we use to help charge that system whenever we have a lot of rainy, cloudy days. Sounds like Creel's coming home. Brianna was at a friend's for the night. They went and Creel went and picked her up. I think he also went to make a dentist appointment, I hope. So let's go out in here and I'll show you some of the power system and how it works. Okay, so now I'm inside. There is our inverter. Whoa, there's my finger. There's our 2 big batteries. They're like a couple 100 pounds a piece. So that's all wired in outside to the solar panels. That black thing is like a charge controller. It goes outside to that generator. So we start the generator, we turn that on, and it charges that whenever the solar is not keeping up with it in the winter time. Because again, we get a lot of clouds. This is also our son Trevette's room where he's sleeping right now until we get our double wide. So it is, you know, as you see, popcorn and Legos. And if I turn the camera around, you'll see a lot more than popcorn and Legos. There's our solar room, power room. Look at the sky. It's opening up. It's amazing. Beautiful, beautiful. And some storage, machinery. Our hay, my little runaround horse trailer. Back to the old horse trailer. Back to the goats and Buck and our little tiny house. Thanks for watching, and we will see you guys another time.